Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you wherever you are in the world. Welcome to my channel. My name is Meg and I am a fully qualified yoga teacher, beautician and a masseuse. Most of my channel is mainly about yoga, tips and tricks and things that you guys can follow along to strengthen up your practice from home, but also some health and wellness as well. So if that is something that you're interested in, go and hit the subscribe button, and it means that every time I post up onto this channel, you guys get a notification so you never ever miss a class or a video from me. This month, January, has been a month. I feel like everyone has kind of gone through the mill a little bit with it, but oh my god. This month tested me in ways I have never been tested before, and I really wanted to do a video highlighting like the amazing points and also the very kind of challenging things that happened to me. Not necessarily awful, but just very challenging. And I think one thing that I took away from this month more than anything else is how well I coped with these challenges compared to maybe a year or so ago, where if the same thing had happened, I don't think I would have had the same reaction. I think it would have been a lot more negative. And now we're in 2025 as well. I want to start bringing in some more like wellness videos. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you'll know that I am a wellness junkie. I absolutely love everything to do with wellness, beauty, skincare, obviously yoga. It all kind of ties in together. And I thought every single month it might be quite nice for me to sort of go over how my month has been, but also what wellness things I've tried, and some will be more of a success than others. But I was like, this is quite a good space to be able to share the different things that I'm trying, that I'm doing, that I've incorporated in, new stuff, and maybe stuff that I've known about for ages and just haven't brought forward on my channel. And I was like, this is a good place to kind of tell you guys all about it, so I can give you updates on my life, but also I can give you updates on some really cool wellness stuff as well. And this month, I hit it hard on the wellness front with January. I really did. I tried so many new things and a lot of them have been very successful, so I'm looking forward to sharing that with you as well. I'll kind of go through all of that towards the end. My Christmas was amazing, and I was heading into January. I was so excited for January, to be honest with you. I had filled out loads of like resolution stuff. I literally could not wait. I was like, 2025 is gonna be my year. It's gonna be the best year. And literally the day before New Year's Eve, I was so unwell. I got so sick, and then I was ill all the way through New Year. And on New Year's Eve, for the first time ever, I actually didn't watch like the fireworks go off, and I went to bed at 10. This is the first year of my life I've ever slept through a new year, because I love celebrating it so much. So that was new for me, I guess. Starting the year off with something new. I was so asleep that when all of the fireworks went off in like the estate that we live in, I didn't even know until the next morning that they were going off. Like, I had no idea that they were even there. So I felt so unwell, totally missed the new year, and then went into New Year's Day and I was not feeling great. I will say I really wasn't feeling 100%. And on New Year's Day, I woke up and I really wanted to start my 30-day yoga challenge on New Year's Day. Got everything set up. I was like, it's okay, I've pre-recorded it so I can have like today off. I'm just gonna do it, I'm gonna upload it. And then I sloshed a generous glug of tea all over my laptop. So I was like, okay, great, this is brilliant. Luckily, Curry's was open and I managed to get a new laptop, and that was all fine. So then life kind of carried on, and I was like, right, this is good. Let's just carry on like this. And then Oakley, what did you do? So I went to my first day back at work in the salon, and I was driving home, and Oakley had gone in for emergency surgery because he'd eaten a chunk of a yak chew in one gulp. So that meant that he was in pajamas for a week, had a cone on, he'd been stitched up, bless him. He was not in the best shape he's ever been in, and that was pretty scary, to be honest. That actually did really did test me quite a lot. And then I felt like, okay, these things come in threes, so I'm out of the woods now. Like, I'm done with the hardest part of it. And then my car broke. So in January, I had a sickness bug, then my laptop broke, then my dog had surgery, and then my car broke. So it was a really like testing month. And bearing in mind this all happened within like the first 2 weeks as well. So the whole of the first couple of weeks of January was just like one thing after another. I felt like, you know, when you're in the sea and people say when you're like drowning and you keep going under and then you swim back up for a breath and then a wave gets you and then you go back under, you swim back up and then the wave just keeps crashing on your head. That's how it felt. I just felt like I had one wave on top of another just crashing into me. But I think like Oakley's surgery definitely put everything else into perspective. I was like, I don't really care what else happens other than him. And I actually dealt with everything in a really like surprisingly mature and calm way. This time last year, and it's only a year ago, I think if this stuff had all happened, I would have been having breakdowns every single day. I don't think I would have been able to control it. So I thought it was quite interesting, and that in itself is quite an achievement for me to see that personal growth. And I think when you have these challenging things happen to you, it can be quite useful because it gives you a chance to really test how well you're doing. I think it's really important to note that when these bad things happen, it's actually a really good thing because it gives you a chance to test yourself and to see how well your spiritual and personal growth has been going. It's really easy when life is good to say that you're a spiritual person and to say that things don't affect you and that you're like calm and able to kind of keep your emotions under control. I think it's really, really easy to say that when life is going well. So when things are not going well, that's when, it's quite a good way to see how far you need to go. And I mean, I did so much journaling over the couple of weeks. It made a huge difference to me. Obviously, yoga always does with all this stuff. Just practicing yoga, practicing meditation. I love yoga because when you're practicing yoga asanas, the physical practice of yoga, when you fall out of poses, what do? You go back and you do it again. And that's kind of what you do in life. And yoga kind of helps you when you're off the mat. You bring yoga into your life. And that is one of the ways that yoga asana helps you, or the physical practice of yoga helps you into day-to-day life, because when you fall down and when life isn't perfect, you get back up and you carry on. So I always love to keep practicing my yoga during this sort of time. And I think the 30-day challenge helped me massively because I had to get up, I had to record, and I had to put the content out because I had a 30-day challenge running. I couldn't just not do it because life was a bit tough. For like the sake of you guys and giving you guys what you want and what you kind of were hoping for, I had to kind of get up, do the 30 days, and it really helped me because every time I was doing it and filming it for you, I was obviously getting something out of it myself. And I think it is really important to be proud of the little things that you did manage to do. If this month hasn't been the best month or maybe the easiest month for you, it's important to look at the small things that have happened that have made a big difference. So like for me, I managed to do the 30 days. It went out, it was brilliant, I loved it, and I hope you guys did too. And I went on a yoga retreat this year, my first little yoga workshop, my first one this year, which was incredible. And I managed to go, even though Oakley wasn't 100%, like I still managed to get out, I still managed to do it, and I managed to do something for me. And so going on to the wellness stuff, I've had a few wellness stuff that I've kind of started doing and have loved, and I'm just going to keep on doing it, that I started doing in January. So the first thing I actually started doing was taking lion's mane and chaga mushroom supplements, which I actually think is one of the things that really helped me genuinely cope with this, with the kind of crazy 2 weeks I had at the beginning. And the reason for this was because like the lion's mane is so good at helping you to focus. Lion's mane is really, really good for neurofunction. It's really good for helping your brain. And I genuinely notice when I do and don't take lion's mane. And that one in particular is kind of like, I cannot go a day without doing it. Or without having it. It really does make a difference. It just brings me into the moment. It focuses me. It gives me, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like your brain focuses on what you need it to focus on. So this is my lion's mane and my tiger mushroom supplements. I'm going to put a link in the description below to the company, and I've also got a discount code with them as well, so you get 10% off. I would never ever say anything, like I would never recommend a product unless I personally had A, used it, and B, loved it. And I really cannot speak more highly about, especially lion's mane. The chaga mushrooms I definitely notice a difference with, but the lion's mane mushrooms have really helped me, and I can 100% say without a shadow of a doubt that lion's mane has just definitely made my brain focus better, work quicker. I don't know, I just feel like it has made such a huge difference. Anyway, I will link in the description below, and I also have a discount code that is written in the description as well. This month was a month for me where I really wanted to focus on fitness and feeling a little bit healthier and like self-care through fitness. So I've been swimming more. I have been trying to do a bit more running. Running is something that I've always kind of loved, but it's been on the back burner a little bit. When I say I'm running, I don't do a massive amount of it, just a little bit here and there, and yeah, basically just to build some endurance and to test myself a little bit. And I found that taking Shilajit has really helped with giving me energy for that. Shilajit is from the same company as the mushrooms, so that is all in the link there as well. That has definitely given me like spikes of energy, which I feel like I don't need like a pre-workout, because it's kind of done that for me. One of the best things I was bought for Christmas this year, which actually ties in with everything that I'm been talking about and have been using, is actually I've been using ankle weights, which have been incredible. These are literally just off Amazon, but they're waterproof. I haven't used them for swimming yet because I've been trying to kind of get more strength through swimming first, and then maybe I might try and use them, but I haven't yet. I have used them in running though, so when I've been running on the treadmill, if I don't have time to do, like, I can't reach 5k yet, I don't know if I ever will. I'm hoping to. Whenever I do, like, don't have time to do, like, dedicate a massive amount of time to run, like 20 plus minutes, if I don't have that much time, I will run for like 1k or 1.5k, and I'll put on my ankle weights, and when I tell you, they make a huge difference. They make a massive difference. And I've also been wearing them when I go to my Pilates classes as well, and I honestly love these so much that I'm going to be getting wrist weights as well, so they're like literally exactly the same. It's just that I have like 2 sets of them, so I can put them on my ankles and my wrists. I have absolutely loved these, and this isn't sponsored or an advertisement or anything. I asked for them for Christmas because I couldn't think of what else to get. Thought I'd try them, wasn't expecting to love them as much as I do. Also, when I walk the dog now, I put them on when I walk the dog, and it just makes my walks so much more, like, you wouldn't think that a 30-minute walk even would feel that much like I can feel it in my glutes when I've finished. So I've absolutely loved these. These are, I'd say, my top like 2 things for this year has been these ankle weights, or for January has been these ankle weights and the lion's mane mushrooms supplements. These 2 are the 2 things I have tried in January that I absolutely absolutely love. I feel like they're going to be part of my routine for years. I love the chaga mushrooms. They are definitely going to stay in my routine. Shilajit as well. And then I guess the last thing that happened this month was I went and did my first yoga workshop, which for this year, which was incredible. It was with KWC Yoga. If you guys don't already know who she is the lady who taught me everything I know about asana, yoga, asanas, the physical practice. She's insane, and her workshops are incredible. Yeah, she's incredible. I will pop her Instagram here, so if you guys have got Instagram and want to find out more about her, absolutely go and give her a follow. I cannot recommend her enough. She's incredible. In this workshop, it was designed for beginners, which was something that she was like, oh, I'm not sure if you'll get much out of it. I loved it. I learned so much. It's so important to go back to basics, especially in yoga, because you just, like, all these tiny little things, like foot placement, or where your head needs to be, or when you breathe, or like what muscles should be contracting, where your pelvis should be, like where, like these tiny little tweaks, when you go back to basics, and if someone's there helping you, it makes such a huge difference to your more advanced yoga. So I loved it, and I didn't find it easy at all. It was definitely a challenge. Like, we did loads of strength drills, which I really struggled with some of them, and obviously I've been doing yoga a long time, I do strength work a long time, so, and it meant I took a lot away from it. So there's a lot of things I'm now incorporating into my workouts, into my gym routines, into my yoga practice from this workshop. So that's been amazing. If you ever get the opportunity to go to workshops and retreats, it's always worth doing, because you're always going to learn something, you're always going to take something away from the experience. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope you, took something away, and let me know if there's anything wellness wise you guys have been trying. I'm always on the hunt to try new things. I absolutely love it. And if you guys have got any questions, drop me a message in the comment. I absolutely love to hear from you. And enjoy the rest of your day, and enjoy and get ready for February. Thanks. Bye.